Well, Hannah, congratulations on Unwelcome. I got a chance to watch it and actually quite enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
scary one you got going on there. Talk a little bit. So let's start by telling us a little bit about your character, who she is, and sort of set up the premise a little bit of the story.
So Maya is a young, I guess, executive woman who lives in London with her partner, who's played by Douglas Booth. And it really kind of, the movie just kind of really starts like the first 5 minutes, I think. They suffer a terrible break-in, and it's a real life and death moment, and it's the most horrendous violation and attack that they go through. And not only that, she's just found out that she's pregnant. And I mean, they're very, very, very happy about that. But after the attack that happens to them in London, they then have this, I mean, it's a very sad but very amazing opportunity where Jamie, who's played by Douglas Booth, his aunt's just passed away in Ireland, and then we're gifted with this incredible, humongous house in Ireland, which is just the complete opposite of the space and the, I guess, the situation they were in. And it's a real kind of start, a real chance to start afresh and to raise their child there and to um, raise a family and escape, I guess, that kind of nightmare that they went through in London. That all is not well. So yes, they kind of come to find that they have a responsibility of leaving out food for the little people, which is they're called the red caps, and it's kind of like this kind of tale and this legend in Ireland that you have to feed them or else they'll become hungry, and they're not very nice when they're hungry. Um, and also, not only that, they have a humongous hole in their roof, and they really need builders and roofers to come and basically fix their home and their property, because I guess Jamie isn't really, I guess, the best DIY kind of. I think that what the beautiful thing about the film is there's a big kind of masculine error that Jamie feels within himself, and he's really fighting that because he didn't do anything to really stop this attack at the beginning, and he wished he could have done more, and he feels very demasculated, very lost himself. So it's kind of in itself a symbolic, idea of like having other people having to come in and fix things for us. And I mean, the people that we choose to come and help us fix the roof, that's also a nightmare in itself. And then the film just kind of spirals into this horrendous fight, I think, for survival.
Yeah. Yeah. No, so tell us, is this the type of thing, the type of scenario that scares you? Is there a scene that you found the most frightening to film?
I think, to be honest, like, I mean, where does it end? The kind of horror. I mean, it's just horror on top of horror. It's just like such a layered aspects, because I think the most scariest thing that I felt and I kind of felt really connected to was, it wasn't even just the physical kind of, you know um the physical fear of, kind of having your home invaded, or the Whelans, or the red caps even. It was actually the idea of losing my mind and feeling that loneliness and that madness, I guess, and that kind of like that distrust in yourself and your own psyche. I think that scene where me and Jamie are in the woods and I'm trying to explain to him what happened, and he kind of has this very big moment, and then this kind of, he really does shout at me, and then kind of makes me feel very mad and like I'm going crazy. And I mean, it's just this kind of exhausting pain and this exhausting confusion of what is happening to my brain, because I'm about to be a mother, and the last thing I can lose when I'm about to have a child is my mind. And I think that was actually the scariest kind of, yeah, that was definitely the scariest part for me to play.
Yeah, because there is this sort of layer on it for you because you're bringing a child into the world and you're going through
Yeah,
these body changes as well, and
yeah,
there's really it brings out this sort of maternal instinct in you, and you've got
yes.
to fight back for the life of your family.
Absolutely. No, and I think that's also the beautiful journey of my character in film is, it starts off with this kind of, this the fear and this the unknown, and you see the physical changes, very heavily pregnant and that toll it takes, but also that what we come to face in the movie and having that and fighting past that, it's like she kind of becomes this warrior. And actually, it's just this kind of fight, mama bear, fight for survival mode where, like, nothing's coming in between her and her baby. And I think there's this kind of incredible enigmatic strength that comes out of her, that I think it's kind of like that mother's strength. There's, you hear those stories like, the mum pushed the car up with this superhuman strength because the kid was trapped under it. Those kind of stories you hear, and that kind of is that strength that she kind of finds in this movie, and I really enjoyed playing that.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
identify with this? Would you have reacted this kind of way to a situation like this if you had ever found yourself in this situation?
I think yes, because I was literally like, I think you just have to really, as an actor, you do have to kind of place yourself in it as well. Like, what's my character doing? But I also do ask myself, what would I do as well in this situation? And I think it's pretty much the same. What if I saw these tiny gremlin looking creatures that have just come into my house and um I'm pregnant. Oh my! I think it's that kind of like a logical kind of that kind of, yeah, that feeling
Primal
of, I
thing,
think that
yeah.
is that primal thing of just kind of that instinct of what would one do, and all you can do is kind of, you've got to just fight and kind of look to the madness for help. Like I do, there's like, when you've run out of options, like it's a life and death situation, and when she kind of calls on them for help, I would do the same. Even if I am going mad, I would be mad not to try.
Yeah.
you know.
Thanks for watching the You Interview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, we have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.